Alright Smush, alright lovers, Armoured Pants here. Gonna do a video for you tonight. This one is about the T-33, the new, T-34-3, the new Chinese premium tank, Tier 8. Now, sorry I was a bit late doing this video because I was going to do it last night because I just got the tank, they're just out, right? But I was watching Liverpool Watford game. Liverpool were very good actually, I have to say, looking very strong. Unlike my team Arsenal, who were absolutely fucking shite. Anyways, very interesting fact about Liverpool, I don't know if you know this, but 70% of people from Liverpool have admitted to having sex in the shower. And the remaining 30% haven't been to prison yet. So there you go. Anyway, so we're just looking at the old tank here, just looking at tech stuff here, right? Now, first thing I say about this tank is, and it really annoys me about all these fucking premium tanks, all the equipment should be unlocked in it, right? That's what makes a fucking premium tank in my eyes. You shouldn't have to pay more gold to unlock the fucking equipment. That's bollocks. But anyway, put that aside for a moment. So it has this 122mm gun, right? This D25 TA. Now, well, first thing you'll notice about it is the reload time is fucking shit. It's almost 14 seconds. I think it's 13.58 seconds. It's shit, right? For a medium tank, that's ridiculous. And its pen number and its armoured AP rounds 175mm. That's terrible as well. That's lower than the other Chinese mediums, Tier 8, but they've just got lower caliber guns, you've got 100mm guns. So why is that? So this is the major drawback in this tank, right? It's reload time and its pen. The gun is not fit for purpose. I'm sorry, the tank is totally underpowered. So you're going to fire off 4 rounds a minute. Just 4 rounds a minute, so its DPM numbers, its damage per minute numbers are fucking shit, right? So it's absolutely shit. So you can't play it like a normal medium tank. I've got 3 games here for you. You'll have a look at them, right? And I'll show you some things it can do and some things it can't do. But I did not enjoy playing with this tank, I have to say. Didn't enjoy it one bit. If we look at the T-34-2, which is a Tech 3 tank, right, and if you look at its gun, right, it's got 7 rounds a minute, right, over 7 rounds a minute. It's got higher penetration on its AP round, even though it has lower caliber gun. So I don't know if you noticed when we were looking at the gun last time, on the T-34-3, the discrepancy between the pen numbers in a normal round and the Pramo round are huge, absolutely huge. It doesn't make any sense. Why do you need to have the heat round with such high pen and such low pen and normal AP round? Doesn't make any sense. Look at the Type 59 here, which is I think a far better tank. It's higher pen numbers, even though it has a lower caliber gun, and much better rounds per minute, right? Now, what does the low DPM, the low rate of rounds per minute, how does that really affect this tank? Well, it means you can't play it like a normal medium tank, because you can't go front line. Because you get into a brawl with something, you're fucked. I mean, like for example, if you get into a brawl with an RU-251 or a Quill Twist, they're going to put almost 4 rounds into you for every one you can put into them, right? If you get into a brawl with a Tier 7 like a Panther, he's going to put 5 rounds into you, almost 5 rounds before you can, for every one you're putting into him. So you just can't go front line, you're just going to get smashed. So what can you do with this tank? Well, I mean, it has high alpha roll, but with a reload like a Rim or like a Borsig, I mean, it's just, I don't know what, it doesn't make any sense. So you see in this game, now, you know, like the Type 59 itself and the T-34-2, it does have good turret armor, right? So if you can get into a hold down position in it, then it can be effective. But if you're playing frontline and get into a hold down position, like you'll see in this game now, I go into the trench here on the right hand side, right? I often do that if I have a tank with good strong turret armor, because they can't hit your body, right? So you can sort of hold the line a bit. But of course you can only do that if you don't get rushed. Like if 3 or 4 of them come at you, well then you're fucked, right? So you'll see here, I'm lucky in this game, they don't rush me. And I managed to get into the trench, and now I'm hulled down, right? So I just have my turret stick it up, and actually see I bounce 1 or 2 shots with the turret, right? So I'm in a good position here, so I'm going to bounce this shot from him. There you go. So it is good in that position. But you see, look at the reload here. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's like waiting for fucking Christmas, isn't it? Or it's like waiting for it's like a teenager waiting to lose his virginity. I mean, it just fucking seems to take forever. So I mean, and this is the problem with this tank, right? I mean, like if I was in a different tank here, I'd be able to affect the game much more because I could be putting in more rounds, right? The other thing about it is, right, and this is the problem, especially when you've got like a gun which is, it's not so reliable, right? It's not like a German gun. This is the problem here, right? You need to make every shot count. You can't afford to have a bounce, because then you get to wait almost 14 seconds to reload. It's just not good, right? I mean, if you miss a shot, now you see now I put one in there to him now, and I'm trying to help out my friend here now. If I was in a different tank, I would have been able to take out that SD1, right? Because I would have had a faster reload. But we lost a player because I done the fire, right? And then you see now, this game is almost over now. You see, I fired one to him, didn't get a chance to do anymore, and that's I still haven't reloaded, and the game is over. And this is like, it's just really bad. So how can Wargaming solve this? I mean, this is not a premium tank. There's nothing premium about this tank, right? I mean, first, as I said, it doesn't come with equipment unlocked. How is that premium? Secondly, sorry about that, I don't know what the fuck I was doing there. I think I wasn't sure if I was recording or not. So, first thing, it doesn't come with the equipment unlocked. That's not premium, right? That's like, you know, as I said before, buying business class, and then they tell you to pay more money to actually sit in business class. I mean, it just doesn't make any fucking sense, right? That really annoys me. Premium tanks should come with all the 9 modules unlocked, and you don't have to pay any more for them. That's sure is the nature of being premium, right? There's nothing premium about it, right? It doesn't have anything which is better than another tank in its class. In fact, it's worse than most things. So, to my mind, this is not a premium tank. I haven't looked at its credit earning coefficient, so that might be premium. But to be honest with you, is that really a criteria? I mean, like, some people really like to earn credits, but surely they want to play well and win a game, right, as well, right? Because after all, the credits they're not a direct correlation to your gameplay or enjoyment, are they? So anyway, see here, the gun is alright, but I don't know if you noticed that. You see the delay in between firing and that hitting? And I kind of had to use a deflection shot there. I don't. If you don't know what deflection shooting is, it's it's the shooting that was invented by pilots in the First and Second World War, where you fire in front of the target, so that the target goes into it, which is what I did there. The best proponent of deflection shooting probably ever was a guy called George Burling, who was a Canadian pilot who defended Malta during the siege of Malta, who was a fighter race and tragically killed actually flying a plane for the Israeli Air Force after the after the Second World War. But if you should read his book, Malta Spitfire, if you can, it's a great book. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, that's what deflection shooting is. So you see, what I had to do there, I had to fire in front of him. If you notice the delay between where it hit the back of the tank, the T-44 there, it has low muzzle velocity, this gun as well. So if you're thinking about using this for sniping, which with slow reload and it's relatively poor armor, you might be thinking about, be aware of the fact that it's not like a German gun, or not like a really good gun with high muzzle velocity. If you're shooting across the map, it's going to go across very slowly, and I would assume there, given the laws of physics, it's going to lose penetration value considerably as it goes across. So I don't even think it's going to be good for sniping either. Now, I haven't tried to snipe in it yet. I've only played about 7 or 8 games in it, but I would imagine I have noticed that the muzzle velocity is very low compared to, let's say, a German tank or something like that. So you're going to be in all sorts of trouble, right? So it's just not going to, I don't think it's going to do that job for you. Now, this guy here decides he's going to move up on me. I'm just firing heat here because I'm up against some monsters with some monster armor profiles, and the AP round's just not going to do it. I take one here on him. Now, I'm going to get one into him going around. Now, you can see with my reload speed, if I didn't have that leopard with me, I'd have to wait a very, very long time. Look, I'm still not reloaded. That's a very long time for me to be circling him. And it just, just gives him more opportunity. I don't know what the fuck he was doing there. I think he was looking to tortoise or something. What the fuck he was doing. He knows anyway, I'm not a great driver. So, so I just reloaded now, right? So that's a long time to be messing around, right? And it gives, the longer you're driving around the circle, trying to circle it at somebody, the more opportunity they have to get you, right? The more opportunities for you to hit something, make a mistake, right? So this is not a good time for brawling, not at all. that reload just kills it, right? This last battle here is one I lost. I mean, I think I lost about just almost half. I think I lost 45% of the battles I played in it. Particularly at the start when I was trying to get used to it, because it is a really very unforgiving tank. I would have to say it's very unforgiving. It's like that girlfriend you cheated on. It's just not going to forgive you ever, and even if it does, it's going to bring it up every fucking time you have an argument again. So for the rest of your life, or her life, depending on how annoying she is. So so there you go. So here now, I think this is maybe the 7th battle in the tank, right? So now I'm getting to know when I realise that, you know, you need to try to go hold down this thing. See there, the gun, it's, you know, it's not the most accurate, I have to say. There's 2 shots there that if I was in, let's say, an RU or a Leopard, I would have made, I think. But the gun, it's not, you know, it's okay, right? It's okay, but there's nothing special about it. There's certainly nothing premium about it, I can tell you. And though missing those 2 shots, by the way, is going to come back to haunt us, because not doing any damage there meant that later on when we're left, I think we're left 5v2. It's just too much. There's just too much work for us to do. Now, so I did a video there the other day about clubbing off, how to clubbing off, or tips for clubbing offing. If that's a verb, so I do clubbing off. Is that a verb? I have no idea. But anyways, you'll see we're left in a situation here at the end. I think it's 5v2 or whatever. I can't carry it. You know, just the reload on it is just too slow. It's just too slow. You know, just, you know, by the way, there's a tip there. You know, always try to have your ammunition selector open so you can switch between the shells. So you see, I got a really nice off-road there, and a waffle tractor. Now, that was a good shot, as you can see. Did some nice damage and tracked him. But this is where this game turns on us here. They all mob up on these 2 guys, and then all of a sudden we find ourselves losing tanks. They're just dropping like fucking flies, to be honest with you. And that was unlucky, and really unlucky, because he's left with, I don't know, he left with 7 HP or something like that. You know, and you'll see later that the fact that he's still alive causes us problems. If I'd have removed him there, we might have had a chance of winning this game, or certainly doing better. Because now it's just me and this IS-3, and we're against 5 tanks. Now, this is where I mean, maybe, look, you know, I'm not the best player in the world anyway. Maybe somebody else, one of the unicorn players, super unicorn players, would tell you they could have carried better here somehow, I don't know, but just the reload, which is what my skill set, the reload here, it just couldn't, I just wasn't doing anything else. So they're going to come both sides of us now. They're going to push hard both sides to do the right thing. They don't attack us individually or in 2s. All 5 of them swamp onto us now. And you'll see I just reloaded now, so there's nothing else I could do in this game. I could not possibly do any more damage to these guys. Now, here's the problem. See what I said about him coming on? He's going to go behind us, which means I have to take him out. We can't let him go behind us. So I'm relying on the fact that the other 2 guys are reloading. I'm going to try to take him out. So just get him here. But the fact is, because I've got such a slow reload, the very fact that I had to take him out means I don't get another shot in this game, I think. So, you know, I'm still reloading. But I couldn't let him go behind us. Because then he's just going to pump rounds into you from the back behind that rock, right? So I didn't really have much of a choice. But you know, you saw there when we're left, I was able to put in 3 shots in all the time we were left because of that slow reload, right? So if you can't fire, there's not much else you can do in the game, is there? So you're not able to club enough, you're not able to carry. So yeah, so I'd say that this tank, it's not worth it. Apart from the fact I've told you before, I believe it's gambling anyway, these chests and things, so I don't like them at all. So anyways, there you go. It's not a premium tank. It's the least premium tank of any premium tank I've ever seen. In fact, I would say it's a shit box. So bother. Alright, see you lads. Take it easy now. See you. Bye.